I remember the first day, waking up and putting my uniform on and you're thinking, this is real. This finally is real. And you get in the patrol car and you pick up the mic and you go 10-8. And then all of a sudden your world changes.
It's amazing how big that badge actually looks for the first time you see it on yourself. And that's kind of when reality hit.
Kind of interesting. I'm trying to remember back to that first day, but it was really a little bit exciting and scary both at the same time, because we're talking after FTO. I'm done with training. Your first day, getting to go out by yourself without somebody sitting beside you in the seat. So you're excited to get out there and do it, but at the same time, you know, now all those decisions are yours alone.
You really start to understand those words that they tell you in the academy, that honor, pride, integrity. Those are fundamental to any career, but definitely ours.
I remember the first time that I heard my badge number come over the radio, and you know, they say 241 copy call, and I just kind of like took a deep breath and answered the call, and didn't know what to expect for my very first call of service.
You also realize that there's another family involved, not just the one you go home to, but the one that you go to work to.
Joy most about the job is, from the beginning to the day, is you still don't know what's going to happen on a day-to-day basis.
Well, first thing I would say is welcome to the family. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. This police department, it is a big family atmosphere. It's like a home away from home. Everybody knows each other. If you can mention somebody's name and any officer will say, yeah, I know that guy. You know, as compared to a larger agency where sometimes they don't even know another officer that's on the beat with them.
Service to PD is very service-oriented, and they have a lot of great people that work here for both the police department and the city. And so it's always enjoyable to work here with the individuals that we work with. The quality of the individuals that we hire and employ and that are members of this department is what really makes this department great and what makes the city great.
My experience with joining the Sierra Vista Police Department has been awesome. They've been welcoming. I feel at home when I come to work.
The culture of the police department is pretty much kind of like a family. One of the things that I absolutely enjoy about this department is that the people that I work with, they know my kid's name. They know my wife's name. I know their names. We all understand that because we live here, we really do want to make this place a better place to live. It is a good place to work because you do have an opportunity to grow as a police officer and also as a person.
One thing that I like with our department, we come first before anything else, so they want to take care of us. So that's why we get a lot of training. They want to make sure that we're safe and we're proficient at our jobs.
Every sworn officer that's hired starts off as a patrol officer, and that's to get them that base level experience of what being a police officer is all about. You can move up through the ranks as opportunities arise, but there's also other opportunities, specialty positions, detectives. We have multiple detective positions, both in major crimes, property crimes, community response team, which is our narcotics unit. We're really big about developing leaders within our department. I'm a true believer that leadership goes up, down, and sideways, and everybody has a leadership role within the department. But that also helps mentor and develop those to be able to move up through the ranks in Sierra Vista. So eventually, you know, they can move up through the ranks and become chief of this agency, having gone through the entire rank structure of our department.
One of the things that I enjoy about this specific job is the training. I like to say that the SRT operators are the best trained police officers that the police department has. Not just because we shoot more, but we place ourselves in circumstances that are extraordinary, that we have to figure it out. And it gives us an opportunity to grow.
The thing that I enjoy the most is the training aspect of it. And it's not just, you know, what I learn throughout the department. It's what I can train other officers. I enjoy doing that. That's why I wanted to become a general instructor and a PT instructor and less lethal, so that I can teach and inform. And that doesn't just stay within the department. I also like to teach out in the community, just being able to teach and coach, things that I enjoyed doing like before I even joined the police department.
So again, my wife and I left, and we weren't sure we were going to return, but when we decided to raise a family, the small town community, but still having some opportunities here is what drew us to it. And so they do have a great education system here. My kids have gone through the school systems both out in the Palominos district and here in Sierra Vista. There isn't the huge problems that a large town will have, and so I knew they'd be safe here.
It's definitely a great place to raise a family. As I said, it's tight-knit and it's basically law enforcement, supportive city, and everyone, from my experience, respect law enforcement, and that's a great place to do your job.
One of the reasons that I like living in Sierra Vista and why I have chosen to raise my family here, the fact that it's a smaller community, you have an opportunity to teach your kids certain things that I don't think you might not be able to teach them in a larger city. I like the fact that when I need something as simple as a glass of milk, I can go get it and be back in my house in 20 minutes, not take 2 hours to go do it. And that to me is a big seller.
Your kids can go out and play and still be in a safe environment, and that's what's important to raise a family. There are plenty of things to do. I know when I grew up here, we always said there's nothing to do in Sierra Vista, but there are plenty of things to do. Just about every weekend, there's some kind of event going on in Sierra Vista. There's the Oktoberfest, there's the Fun Fest, the carnivals, there's car shows, there's always something. So there's all kinds of activities for kids to do if the parents go out there and find them. And that's what really makes Sierra Vista unique. And there's also the opportunity to go and do other outdoor activities, the bike paths that go through the entire city, and then the mountains. If you want to get up into the trees and you want to get up in a little bit of cold, you can go up into the mountains and enjoy some hiking as well.
Up in the mountains, the views are amazing. You have an opportunity to take your time. You can go as fast as you want because there's not that many people out there hiking at any given time. Besides the views, besides the climate, they actually are very challenging. And there's different types of levels. You want to go out hiking with your kids, you can take your kids. And the older they get, the more challenging options that you have. One of the great things about the Huachuca Mountains are here is the fact that they're so close to the actual city. It's a 5-minute drive from where I live. There's some very decent trails that you can take advantage of doing some mountain biking as well. The mountain biking community here is very tight, and it's awesome to be working out there with the mountain bikers. It's actually a very friendly environment to be out there. It's just a lot of fun.
Officers are expected to be involved in the community. As a department, it's also important for us to be involved in the community. So things like we do National Night Out, which we bring all the law enforcement in the community together for a night out at the park where the kids can come out and enjoy and see all the different law enforcement vehicles and all those kind of things and have interaction with law enforcement. So that's real important.
Well, National Night Out is a very important event for us because we get to show the public that we are actually humans too. We're not robots. And the public gets to come, talk with us. Being a defensive tactics instructor, I had some kids come and they want to show me their skills. And we let them. They get to, see us do a tug of war. They get to, eat alongside with us. And we just get to sit down and talk. And it's a very important event.
Our department's very involved with Special Olympics, the Torch Run for Special Olympics, where we raise funds for the Special Olympics of Arizona. So we'll do things like a tip a cop, where we'll be at a restaurant serving the community. And we'll also do, we have an armored vehicle pool, we call it the Bearcat pool, where we bring the community together and we have teams pull this armored vehicle a certain amount of distance to help raise funds for the Special Olympics.
One of the major things that we do is Christmas with the Cop. And every December, agencies throughout Cochise County will meet at Target. One officer will be assigned to a child, and we let them walk through Target, and they have $100 and they can pick whatever present that they want.
The opportunity to spend time with the public, especially the kids, and show them that we are approachable, and just seeing their face light up is a significant feeling. Just having the opportunity to do that is very humbling. Being a police officer is not all we do. Where our favorite titles are mom, our favorite titles are dad. And I like the fact that the police department understands that and allows us to be what we want to be.
A lot of the people come to this community because of Fort Huachuca, so we get a lot of diversity and a lot of different points of view. People are very well educated here, so we have a good interaction with them. And so just the people of Sierra Vista and that environment that it creates is what I appreciate most, and it translates into also the people we hire at the police department. The type of person we're looking for to be a member of our department is basically somebody that has some really good values. They have a service mentality, they want to serve the community, but they're looking to do the right thing. And especially being a police officer, but any member of our department, if they're out there and I have the confidence that they're going to do the right thing, or they're going to try to do the right thing, that's going to be the best quality they have. We can teach them to do the job, but we're looking for that person that has those good core values of service and wanting to do the right thing, and they'll be very successful in Sierra Vista.